Hey there, guys. So, going over some of the staples for this current training block and sort of, protein needs and what I'm trying to have more in my evening meals as well as, lunches. So, very long story short, whatever I tend to now have for the evening meal, there's always some stuff left over. And then the next day, that's pretty much lunch. So, to have a quick run through all of this, there's the beef mince. So I've got 2 kilos of beef mince, grass fed. Does make a bit of a difference in terms of taste. You really do notice the quality. And since making that switch and going to a proper butcher, I'll never go back to supermarket style mince. Just the quality is so much better. So yeah, definitely sticking with that. And then I find the next day I wake up and I feel a little bit better in general, just because the quality of food is, significantly higher. The next one is the lamb chops. So these are mid-loin chops. There's 12 of them in here that have been marinated. So yeah, I'll try and space them out, maybe 2 in the evening, along with, dinner or whatever else. At the same time, if I'm cooking for the rest of the family, I don't have a huge family in terms of, they're young, so they don't eat a heck of a lot of meat in general anyway. So it's basically just me and the wife that are going through this. So yeah, we've got quite a few days worth of food ahead of us. Nearly a fortnight when we, space it all out and portion it all into the right sort of meals. Because obviously, there's breakfast. There is, lunch, which is some of this leftovers, and then whatever else we sort of want to make and have for lunch. So, get back to it. So I have 12 of these. These are marinated chops. They're the pork ones. They're done like a plum sauce, so they're really quite nice. There's 4 of them in there. We might have 2 each. Or, it depends, how hungry we really are. We might only have 1 each, plus, rice and veggies or whatever else we want to go with it. Next one, we've got the chicken burgers. So, they're just easy meal. The more easy meals that we sort of also have on hand, the less likely we are to fall off diet and eat junk. So, having a few easy meals does make a very big difference. And these were the beef ones. So again, easy meals and spread them out. And then lastly, I've got one of the bowler blades done in a red wine and garlic marinade sauce, vacuum sealed. So normally when I don't do these ones, I put it on like a bed of onions, throw in some potatoes and other things, then put some aluminium foil over it, and then just bake the whole lot in the oven. I'll cook it for about 2 or so hours. Comes out really quite tender. And just makes getting protein easy. And I don't have to spend a lot of time thinking what I need to do in terms of food sources in that regard. Other things I did get, which, they're already frozen, is one of the pork roasts. Again, just an easy meal if we need to put it in the oven, especially if we have people coming over as well. It's, just convenience in that regard. And the same goes with the silver side. Normally with the silver side, we put that in the slow cooker, add whatever veggies we want with it. We'll put that on in the morning. And by the time we get home in the evening, everything's, really tender. It's been cooked really well. But this is sort of my protein sources, along with the liter of high protein milk that I have each day. And then there's 2 tins of tuna as well. So protein, I'm probably hitting around 200 grams a day. I try not to go too much over that. I just find 200 grams works really well. Recovery is on point. Anything extra, I don't notice any additional recovery. It just becomes, more total expense. And then later on in the week, the other thing that we'll still probably pick up is quite a few of the chicken thigh schnitzels, because, they just taste really good. It just gives us more options again, as well as a few of the chicken stir fries that have already been marinated and mixed with the veggies, because it means, we just throw that in the pan, cook it, add rice, and again, it's a really easy, clean meal. Beats takeaway in terms of nutrition, hands down. And it's just more total, quality food that we're consuming. So we're just trying to really keep that in mind this year. Eat a lot better, eat a lot cleaner, try and minimize takeaway as much as possible. And as I said, in order to be able to do that, to minimize takeaway, we just need to have a few meals that are really easy to put together. Again, sometimes I'll just cook one of these and then I'll just slice it into thin pieces, put it in a few of the containers and just put it in the freezer. And, it just means I've got a meal whenever I want. So in that regard, meal prepping is really easy. And it'll be the same with some of the mince. Like, we'll make a pretty big portion of the spaghetti bolognese, cook up a kilo of mince to go with it. Whatever we then don't finish that evening, we just put into smaller containers, put it in the freezer. We've got lunches and other meals whenever we sort of want. And, the same goes with some of the burgers. We'll cook all of those and then again, put them in containers, put some of the rice and veggies along with them, and we've got meals whenever we want. So yeah, having that sort of as a backup so that we're not eating junk food really has made a difference. The lamb chops, normally when we have them, we have like 2 or 3 at a time, and we'll probably do them with like mashed potatoes, stuff like that. It's just a really easy, quick meal. To get the mash ready, steaming the potatoes takes obviously the longest. But in all, if you cook them and cut them really thin and then cook them on a decent heat, 30 minutes and you've got your mash. The lamb chops probably take me 15 or so minutes, sometimes 20. And yeah, look, it doesn't take long to get dinner done. So yeah, that's just a few of the things this week. I'll try and do a few more meal prep videos and show you what the actual meals look like when they're done. But for the time being, this is what I'm trying to do moving into this year. All up, this from the butcher cost $131. That's Australian. So yeah, price of meat isn't exactly cheap, but this will do us the best part of a fortnight in terms of, evening meals. And if we got to get a few other things along the way, we can, as long as we do the majority of our meat shopping at the butcher, so we're getting grass-fed, produce, it makes it a lot, healthier for us as well, and the taste is just so much better. And again, with the mince, they sort of had a sign in the front of their window that said, whatever you don't use today, bag up and freeze, because there's no preservatives in it. So just getting less total preservatives into the diets is always going to be, a benefit when it comes to your health. If you don't have the money, cost of living is expensive these days, and you just want, quality, red meat, and you're going for stuff like a mince, you just get the lean grass-fed mince. And then, you'd make your stir fries or your spaghetti bologneses, whatever you really want to do in that regard. It's still, really high quality meat from a nutritional standpoint. It's going to beat anything that they have at the supermarket. So yeah, look, that's just my take. That's what I'm trying to do. As I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, and have a great day wherever you are.